from Seattle.
This one taken just inside the 10.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Smith. And right away, he lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Foreman. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers.
Deontay Foreman.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, fourth down now. They snap it to Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Let's go now. Let's go,
6-0
lady.
our score after 1. On first and 10, Smith. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
8 yards to go on second down.
Go, go, go. 57. Mike, 50.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing now is Geno. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 2, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a good job keeping his focus downfield as he rolled out of the pocket, trying to fit a pass in. But that defender nearby made sure that one didn't result in a first down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Geno. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Out to his left. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. To throw again on second down. Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On second down, a run with Dallas.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 4th down coming up. What do you expect?
They've gone for it time after time. They haven't punted yet. I don't know what's right anymore.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after 1 play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Darnold's throw pulled in by Marshall.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Here's Foreman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, Poona Ford with a tackle there.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there. 29 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for two here. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now it's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They find some open field here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, 74 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Mike, 58, right there. Down to lose 1. Let's go.
Darnold on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Walker. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From his goal line here, Smith. Buying time to his left.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, D. Check 52. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Buffalo 18.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And how about this decision? Tie game, 4th quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their 25-yard line.
56. Monk's 56. Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Yeah,
I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On fourth down, Smith. He's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Andre Roberts. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
A first down throw, Darnold. Connection made with Chenault. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll go with Foreman, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Foreman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Smith. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Smith. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward.